market, the real estate market is so interesting watching interest rates. So we heard that the Feds were going to cut rates. That was in September. And what actually happened is 3 to 4 weeks ahead of time, they actually dropped. They went down under 6. We were seeing somebody, I was talking to one of my agents, their FHA buyer was able to lock at 5 3/7/8. He just had somebody now this past week, so it's after the Feds cut rates, and rates are back up to 6.375. So next time when you're listening to, especially if you're really interested in when rates are going, when they say they're going to cut them, watch the rates. If you reach out to us as agents, I'm happy to follow it and give you an idea of where things are moving and so forth. But a lot of it's based on the bond market and job market. So when you're seeing those things, especially if bad job reports come out, generally seeing rates drop some, but depends on where the bonds are moving. So it's not on what the Feds are doing rate-wise, because actually when they did announce, it was already baked in for 3 to 4 weeks and actually came back up again a little bit. So that's what just happened. Let me get into what's going on for September. Month of September closed transactions is what we're talking about. Stats just came out. Harford County sales were up about 13%. We're seeing Baltimore County being up roughly 5%, just under 5%. And then Cecil County was actually up 10%, but they went from 85 sales to 93 sales. So not tremendous amount, but good news that the sales were up for September, which is kind of common. Kids go back to school, you're getting closings then that take place. Days on market, we're continuing to see them climb. Harford County was up 25% and Baltimore County was up almost 30%. Cecil County was down slightly at 7%. So just giving you an idea, the market is still moving. It's moving a little slower. The other thing is here, list to sell ratio is so important. We've seen it as much as 104, 105%, but then now we're hovering 99, 99.5. Last year we were 101 and some change, so we were down 2% on the list to sell ratio. So again, people are dropping prices because either they think it's 22 or 21 and the prices are really high and they overprice the house. Well, our prices have continued to climb, but we've kind of slowed down that percentage. They keep pushing them and the prices are not pushing as fast. So make sure if you're selling your home, price accordingly. The other thing is trends of what time of the year. We get seasonality that we're coming into November. November and December typically slow down. You're good till about Thanksgiving. And then between Thanksgiving and New Year's, if you want a great time to buy a house, and I'm a buyer looking, that's when I'd buy. I'm continuing to buy. And I would tell you, look, if you've been beaten out or you can't find what you're looking for, that's a fantastic time to buy. It's not as great on the seller's end, but if you've been lingering around a little while, make sure your house is priced appropriately. So maybe it's a time of a repricing strategy. We're seeing more sellers that were expiring off the market or they're getting frustrated. They weren't getting good feedback. We just had one, they were off by $50,000 on an $800,000 price point. So I'd say, and pricing is so important. We already know that our marketing is proving. It's just a matter of pricing your, seeing where your house tests in the market. So meaning, hey, if we're pricing it too high, are you taking the advice of your agent when you do meet with them? Are they giving you good advice? Because that's so important. Make sure you know that you're in a beauty contest and a pricing war again. You have to be priced appropriately. Just because the interest rates are in the sixes, depending on the day and the month, we're seeing 6 to 7%. We were seeing high 5s to 6s, but just know that, those are variable. That's something that is adjusting, continue to go forward. Going back to average prices, Harford County was up 7.6%. 408.9 was the average or the median sales price, but that is overall average because of higher price homes that are selling more so than the lower prices. Baltimore County was at 360, which was still up 4%. That's about what we're seeing, a 3 to 4% appreciation overall for the year. Cecil County was up, it said 27%, but again, it was what was sold. If we looked at that and said, I'm going to price my house 27% higher, you're not going to sell. It's a matter, we have to look at the whole segment of the market, the zip codes, what your area is and location. All those things are so important. New inventory, we're actually seeing Harford County. I looked yesterday, we had 504 homes on the market, active and coming soon. We have not seen that in probably 6 years, 5.5 years. So it's been some time. It's good to see that we're getting inventory, but also know that there is inventory. Baltimore County's been ranging more in that 1,100 range. Just new listings, we had 288 for September. We had another 700 for Baltimore County, but 288 new listings. We have 500 total, so it just shows that inventory is sitting a lot longer. So not everything is selling as well. We are at 126% of our 5-year average for inventory. So we're at 408 as an average, but we're seeing actually, again, active inventory today versus a month ago is already 100 homes higher. We were 408. We're at 505, I think it was 507 yesterday. So just know that inventory is increasing in Harford County. Baltimore County was 1,051 last month, and then Cecil County 217, but they're a little over 101, 107%, but Harford County is at 126% of what our 5-year average is. Just means, again, houses are taking a little bit longer to sell. They're pricing too high, so price appropriately. So important. If you have questions, please give me a call at the office. I'm happy to help. 410-638-9555.